it's different. It transforms these sorts of repressed thoughts into sort of symbolic moments in these dreams, attempting to try to crystallize our understanding of things that we are too afraid to think about in our normal life. Like, this is how our brain operates. It's not unusual. Well, you wonder too, because often our dreams, they come out as a repressed desire. So perhaps this sea beast is actually a father figure for you. It is, mother, but actually that is counterintuitive. It could be the exact opposite. Maybe this is repressed feelings about your father. It's possible.
I wake up and I'm in my room, I'm in my bed, and everything seems normal. I get dressed and then I start going about my day, and then somehow I realize I'm not awake at all. I'm still dreaming, and it keeps happening over and over again.
They're done. You finished?
They're done. I've been sending it out.
Oh wow. What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about them?
Honestly, it's been a really fascinating process. I started leaning into dream theory a lot, and they're all about desire and the sort of lines between pleasure, ecstasy, and control.
Oh, interesting.
So sort of like there's this like perfect space of like oblivion that you're always on the precipice of. And this bizarre thing, starts happening when you just let yourself go and go, where it's like the poem, it starts teaching you your thought.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not having a thought. I'm having a thought. It's my thought, but it doesn't feel like it's mine anymore. It feels like it's the poem's thought.
Yeah.
And then you sort of follow it.
Who's that writer who says, like, I write to see what I think? I think so, yeah.
Once you sort of slip into
that state,
this different state where all of a sudden you're kind of on your own journey, and you're sort of following this line.
Well, the Greeks were so interesting because they called that the muse, right? And they thought about that in that way, and it's a sort of romantic conception of art. But I think that most people who do make art feel that at some point or another.
Back and you're like, oh, these are thoughts that I have had, but they were sort of underneath something, and I've reached it.
And I'm there now. Yeah. Sometimes you read it back and I'm like, who did this?
Right.
They seem foreign to me in that way. It's so interesting. I wish people communicated like that, I feel like that's the thing that's sad about trying to make connections with people, is we never get to that deep sort of under space.
Right. Or a really good conversation like this one. You just sort of keep following, and then all of a sudden you just like click and you just have these thoughts that are going.
It's like an intersubjective experience. It's really interesting.
Bye.